What's going on YouTube? It's Delta Crow 777 back again. This is for pheanoblack's contest. He wanted me to make a fun deck and make it competitive. So I thought, you know what? New Watt cards came out. Those are pretty fun. You know, they're a little bit inconsistent, but it's still pretty fun in some of the plays that they can do. With the lockdown with Watt Hopper and just the continuous search with Cobra and Watt Cancel is pretty ridiculous. And I had a little bit of burn aspect with Cylinder and Watt Cannon. So yeah, let's get to the deck. The light support, 2 Veiler. Veiler's just really good. Honest, obviously play a ton of lights, so might as well play Honest. Watt Cobra, the heart and soul of the deck. Basically when it inflicts battle damage, you search for a Watt monster, which is pretty good, and it can attack directly and has 1,000 attack, which is also pretty nice. Next, Watt Dragonfly. Basically, it's like your Emrys Blade for the deck when it gets beat up in battle, but it's also, if it dies by card effect as well, you can special another Watt, so it's pretty good if you want to wall off or, you know, get that Watt monster that you need out on board to keep poking for damage. Watt Giraffe. Really good, the best attacking directly Watt that you have. When it inflicts damage, your opponent can't activate any spells, traps, or monster effects. So basically, if you have like Watt Giraffe and a couple other Watts on the field, or a big Synchro or something like that, poke with Watt Giraffe, they're going to be forced to deprison or whatever right then and there, because after that they can't use any of their spell and traps or effects of monsters in order to stop your other guys from getting in. Next is Watt Hopper. If you basically have 2 of these on the board, they can't attack any of your Watt monsters, or target them with card effects. But if just one's on the field, you can only target him, basically, as long as you have another Watt monster. And then Watt Pheasant. This is pretty good for getting big guys out of the way and just getting it in, so you just attack directly, move their big guy out of the way, and then you can get your Synchro or Xyz or whatever and just get more damage in there. Next on the spells, pretty staple. Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monsterborn, 3 MST, just because the deck can. 3 Duality, because the deck really doesn't special summon outside of Dragonfly, and that's going to be on their turn anyway. And Veiler if you sink that turn, but most times you usually keep the Veiler in your hand. So yeah, Duality is pretty good. Next, some pretty stable traps here. Bottomless. 2 Magic Cylinder, since the deck does a lot of direct damage. If you draw a Cylinder mid to late game and you've hit them for like a good 6,000 or something, they try to make a big push and you Cylinder one of their monsters, you know, they're going to be forced to do something, otherwise it's game that turn. So I think Cylinder's pretty good. Then Mare Force, Solemn Judgment, Double Warning. This deck can actually play 5 Solemn Warnings because of Watt Cancel. Starlight Road, because you play quite a bit of traps, as well as 3 MST and Book of Moon, so it's almost like you're playing, what's that, 18? It's like almost like you have 18 traps or cards that you can set. Watt Cancel, this card is ridiculous. It's just as good as Solemn Warning. And with Cobra, if you have Cobra on the field and Watt Cancel, you just keep attacking, search for a card, set Watt Cancel, negate their summon, do it all over again. So Watt Cancel is pretty good. I saw some builds only playing 2. I think 2 is not enough. You definitely need 3. And then the last card is Watt Cannon. Basically, when a level 4 lower thunder type monster is normal summoned or special summoned, you inflict 600 damage, so that's pretty good. So when you're summoning your Watt monsters every turn, not only you're poking them for 1,000 or 1,200 or 900, whatever it may be, you're dealing 600 every time you summon one of these guys. So I think that card's pretty good. And then the extracts is pretty standard. Formula, because you can go into 2 stars. Armor Arm, because you can't go into 4. Then Catastor, Ancient Fairy, Black Rose, Brio, Gaia, Android, because we do play Warning and Judgment, so if I do need to gain a little bit of life points to make those cards live, I can. Then Scrap Dragon, Stardust because of Starlight Road, and also because it's good. Librarian, just in case if you can do multiple synchro plays, but it's usually not necessary. Trish, because I have Trish before and it's very good. And then the basic Xyz of Levier, Leviathan, and Utopia. I'm probably gonna, if I get picked for this contest, I'll probably end up modifying the deck a little bit. Might take out like Mirror Force or something, because I'm trying to fit in Thunder King somewhere, because he's also a Thunder monster that works with Watt Cannon, and he's just a really good card too. So I'll probably end up putting two of him. I might probably take out a third MST and maybe Mirror Force or something, and see how that goes. But yeah, that's deck. Hope you guys enjoy it, and Delta Crow signing out. Peace, guys.